What's up everyone, BlayKay47 here with a rather somewhat unique video. Due to somewhat popular demand, I've decided that I'm going to be doing a spoken video here on how I set up my A.I Rumbles on the mission Heavy Muscle. So here's a couple of things you're going to make sure before you do any of this. You're going to make sure that your active gang's minimum path, I might have named that incorrectly, is set to 0. So that no more dudes spawn and try to just irritate you while you're setting up the process and hopefully not mess it up. These decide the amount of destroyers you want on the field. So like a lot of these will have like 3 or 20 set to them and like a maximum of 20 destroyers will spawn in the board war. But we got that set to 0, so that's out of the way. The team values and the group IDs, you're going to make sure that all these are set to their own unique value, especially the group IDs. You're going to make sure that the values applied to these groups represent the group that they are actually in. Because when you copy and paste the data that you want to set up the AI battles onto these sections, mainly the chase fail 1 group or the chase fail 2 group that I'll usually paste over them, and you don't have these frozen, they'll all share the same group ID, so they'll represent like group ID number 3, and when you spawn them, because of that, they won't be able to attack each other or recognize each other as threats, even if they do have their own separate team values here. So all these team values are set up to their own unique value as well. They don't share anything with each other. And these new against values that I set up as well. Initially I thought it was a 1 byte address, but I stuffed up here and realized that it was a 4 byte address actually upon further testing. Because when I set that to 0, some of the enemies will still attacking each other. So you want to freeze those to 0 as well, so like they don't recognize you as a threat while you're setting it up, or anybody else. So aside from that, let's get into it. So it's going to be the last checkpoint of the flashback mission C, Heavy Muscle. No memory card, that shouldn't discourage us. And onto the loading screen. Sorry Ajax, no sexy time for you. So to load up the group that I mainly use in particular, the chase fail group, you're going to have to get past the entire ball walk. I don't think you have to get past all of it, just to a certain point. But I just like to make sure and just get onto the road, onto the concrete past the ball walk. And then after that, like there'll be like a set off secret timer. And when that timer goes off, that's when the chase file groups will spawn. These guys are so much faster than me. Maybe that's part of the reason the game crashes sometimes as well when you try to speedrun the game, but that's a story for another time, I think. So we're really just going to wait here. Now I'm going to go into the active gangs names, the parent address, and wait for the names Chase Fail 1 or Chase Fail 2 to spawn. Which maybe one day they will. Again, they'll spawn after a certain amount of time has passed, and that timer will go off like when you get to a certain point in the board war. I'm not sure why Rockstar Toronto set it up, but there you have it. Chase Fail 1 and Chase Fail 2. So nobody recognizes each other as a threat yet, so it's all still clean. So what I'm going to do next is kill off everybody here, including Snow, except for Ajax, so you know, you can obviously watch the AI battles. Copy and paste character states 1. I'll delete the 21st one so I don't have to constantly do this counting thing all the time, just to make sure Ajax doesn't die. So I'll set the value to 2 here in character states, so it deletes everybody here. And next up we're going to set up our members somewhere. So in the case here, I'll set the so-called minimum pass here to 1 and 2. I'll set that back to 0. Oh well, what do you know, I picked the wrong ones. Stupid me. I really hope you can figure that. So to figure out which members here, which I should have done, that you want to spawn, to figure out which group you're supposed to apply the value to, you just look through the names and you find it here. So Gang 6 and Gang 7, which is Chase Fail 1 and Chase Fail 2. Or rather, if you want to copy the entire section, the entire group itself, and just duplicate it on every other section so you can just make multiple team battles. So I'm going to copy Chase Fail 1 onto Active Gangs First Blight, which is just a series of like the entire 2,832 bytes or something of every gang in the memory, every group in the memory. I'll change mine back to the Warriors for the sake of somewhat authenticity, so the gangs can actually chase me, should I ever need him to. So now I'm going to apply value 1 to minimum pass gang 2 and 3. Maybe it'll spawn somewhere. Yep, there they are. By the way, I already preset a member in their character ID list to them. So in each active group in the memory, there's like a row of character IDs. Like a row that where usually character IDs get applied to. And there'll be about like 10 slots for them, and there's like 3 of these rows. Hardly do the other 2 rows get used. They're like different paths. They're mainly used by the dealer groups, so one row will be reserved for the flash dealers, another will be reserved for spray dealers, and one more for the knife dealers. But it's really the only time they ever really get used. So one more thing is when they spawn on the same spot, preferably, you can unfreeze the against values here, and after that you're going to want them to hit each other somehow. So the best way to do that is to have them stand on the same spot. Change the character states values to 4. No need to freeze it. And there you have it. You have yourself a fight there. Sorry for any glitches up lately. I'm not usually used to this whole thing on non-stream. This whole talking thing and all that. It's been a while since I ever made a video of me speaking on it. There you have it. 2 members just beating the crap out of each other. It looks like Ajax has got the advantage right now. They're fighting past the red marker's radius, so I can't really watch it there. Another thing I want to show off here is what I found referred to as the active gang's chase me values. So what it does is that when you set this value, it makes your presence pretty much known to all the enemies. So if you're like in the shadows or like past the wall, the enemies will always somehow know where you are. It's like I've got a radar just telling you exactly where your character's location is. And I'll just walk exactly to your destination. So I'm going to spawn another Cleon here. Oh no, Ajax. So like, this guy doesn't know that there's a whole another fight going on. Like next to the stairway. But when I change the chase me values to 1 or anything above, he will suddenly know. Ajax has attained omniscience. Now another thing I will demonstrate here is how I change the members of each gang. In the all active gang members over here, this will contain all the active gang members row lists, character ID list rows from each group. So here I've got 0-1 filled up only on gang members 2, and gang members 3 is 0B. 0B being Ajax and 0-1 being Cleon. So we can add some more guys here. So for example, I'll put Diego here, I'll put Vargas there, Chatterbox, just thinking of some random IDs at this rate. Big Mo, 7A, I think that's Sanchez. 5A is Thurman, I believe. 8-1, I think that's Tubbs. I think that's the Jones Street Boys leader there. And I'll put Edge there as well. And for Ajax's team, I think I'll put the absolute best of them all, Swan. I'll put Cobb there as well. I'll put Ghost, which is 6A. Yeah, you know something, I'll put another Vargas there. Spider, Tiny. By the way, if you want to find out some of these character IDs, Atlas made an awesome table just documenting all like the character IDs of the characters, like the hex values that they have, so you can spawn them. So yeah, that's where I get most of them from. With the amount of AI battles that I've done, I just learned to memorize them. I think I'll put Jonah there. In E5 for Vance. So I'll just do them up crazy. So I'm going to set the maximum amount up to 20 for each side. Hopefully this idiot clean over here will take notice. There you have it. I think we just heard a backdrop over there. Damn, the model's haven't loaded yet. Yeah, on the mission heavy muscle, when you spawning characters with the chase file spawners, they spawn like really quickly. Like every 2 frames they spawn. Pretty hard to do a weapon swing. You ain't exactly got a weapon, Diego. I've got a mixed bag going here. Absolutely a mixed bag. Get the time edge. Not bad, eh? I think I'll get in the mix. So yeah, that's how I set up my members there. Chatterbox is about to give me the work right now. Oh crap. Oh, thanks for that, Diego. Thanks for that. That way Ajax can actually reach his head and stomp it. My audience is just about to witness why Chatterbox doesn't keep his height in remote. It's 1.2 value. Oh crap, big mo followed me. Get out of here. Get out of my house. Holy crap, I'm Ollie. I'm cheat. You're down. No, look, that's what. Just one take over for me. But omniscience is doing no favors. They're just going to keep chasing me, aren't they? You know something? Like I demonstrated earlier, I'm just going to kill all these guys. So I set the maximum amount to 0, so when I kill them, they won't spawn again until I set it back up to a value higher than 0, obviously. So thanks to this whole new character states folder that I just copied here, and I just got rid of the address number, the address that attributes to the 21st character, 21st character being me, of course. So I don't have to count like every time which address I am. Every time I do delete these guys, and I close it out, I'm safe, and I just save myself from a ass whooping from Diego. Goofy as hell hat. Does not suit you, Ajax. You make it look like $2. Well, aside from that and any errors I might have made, I really hope that this video does help on how to spawn AIs and how to set up AI battles on the Mission Heavy Muscle. And if anybody else has any further questions, queries, or anything regarding this method, feel free to say so in the comments below. I will release another update for this cheat table that has all these other values, like the chase me and anything else, like the updated against values that I have set up here, since I have not gotten to that yet. The latest one I released was about back in November. But aside from that, thanks everyone for watching my video. You take care, stay solid, have a good one.